All right, so today we're going to talk about the WNBA, and we're going to talk about the pay gap between the WNBA players and the NBA players, and the pure delusion of these WNBA players in thinking that they deserve as much money as the NBA players. Delusion is what it is. We're going to call it what it is, right? And this was inspired by this Facebook post. I seen this Facebook post today. I'll see if I can.
If you ain't got it, just say that.
Yeah, if you ain't got it, just say that. It's just mad disrespectful and crazy. When you really do a deep dive on this is the original post. Well, here's the picture. Go through the pictures and we'll talk about it for a second, and then we'll go through some of the comments and we'll do some of our own research. So this woman, I don't know who this is. Who is this? Does she play for a WNBA team? It looks like she's on the bench somewhere. But she's got this t-shirt. It says, "Pay women properly." And then the back of the t-shirt says, "If you ain't got it, just say that." With the money sign. The money symbol. There's a lot of reasons why this is just crazy.
The whole men-women pay discrepancy is like a myth.
It's a myth. Yeah, just in general, it's a myth. But right now, that's a topic for a bigger day. Let's just focus on the WNBA. That's a super deep dive. But in the WNBA, first off, you brought up a good point earlier when we were just talking about this, shooting the shit. You said the WNBA hasn't turned a profit in ever. Let's pull this up. Let's go to Google. Let's go to a Google machine. WNBA. WNBA. Revenue. WNBA revenue versus the NBA revenue. Oh, this has got to be good. All right. First of all, this is a chart, a little picture that shows the difference in average salaries in between the NBA and the WNBA.
What is funny though is the WNBA is complaining about $6,700 a month.
Oh yeah, wait. yeah, they are. Literally, yeah, that is actually mad funny. Like 50 Cent son. So the average salary in the NBA is $4.5 million. The average salary in the WNBA is $72,000, right? But there's a perfectly good reason for this, right? Because when you compare the revenue, the revenue of what the what the NBA makes to the WNBA, it's 8.3 billion to 60 million, right? So let's do some math. All right. So let's see what 4.5, what percentage is 4.5 million of 8.3 billion? Already got it. All right. So
what's 4.5 million out of 8 billion?
Yeah. So this number, right? This 0.05625, it essentially is what the average, what percentage of the total revenue of the NBA that an average NBA player is receiving, right? So on average, NBA player, average NBA player salary is receiving 0.05625% of the total revenue of the NBA. Now let's go to the WNBA revenue. The average salary is $72,000, and I don't think this number will be crazy because this is total revenue, mind you, right? The actual, we'll get to the profits. You know what I mean? Right now we're just totaling the amount of money they get paid out of all the dollars that come in. Right? What percentage is $75,000? $75,000 is crazy because like
$6,700 a month.
Yeah, you'd be better off just like taking your college education from playing on the team. A pretty good job. Like
but you're not doing nothing though. You get what I'm saying? Like y'all play basketball every day for like 4 hours at the most. 6 hours.
All right, so this is the percentage.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, this is actually a huge difference. This is like what, damn near 2 times. Damn near 2 times as much. Yeah, it's essentially twice as much. So on a scale of revenue, right? And this is just the amount of money that's coming in. WNBA players on a revenue scale. This is not after you have to pay all the employees, all the owners, pay all the taxes. This is just money coming in. The WNBA players are making twice as much. Double of what an NBA player is making.
For more. On
the scale, and they're asking for more, right? Now, let's look at the profit.
Videos of them complaining.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We need to establish a base, right? Profits.
That's crazy, bro. Their whole league only makes double what a superstar is paid.
I know. LeBron
LeBron generates more money than a whole fucking league.
Yo, that is crazy that LeBron makes almost as much money in a season as their whole league makes, like their whole league generates. That means all the ticket sales from all the games.
We should do some suggestions. How do you make the league better?
The WNBA league?
Because we were pointing out a problem without solutions.
Yeah, but first we have to before we can even think about understanding that problem, we gotta get down to what's really going on here. The only way you could do that is
You're just not turning the profit. Nobody wants to watch what they have right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's just hard to watch. Like, to be honest.
Let's make the rim smaller. The ball's already smaller. Or the hoops shorter, I should say. The ball's
WNBA.
smaller.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of things.
Let's take out some rules. Let's make it fun.
Yeah, you got to make it. I mean, bottom line, these chicks need to start dunking.
That's what it is.
Comes down to. They need to start dunking. I need to see people getting dunked on, teabagged under the rim. I need to see people getting their ankles broken.
Let's play into the women a little bit more.
Oh, what you mean, like sexuality?
Yeah.
What you want, Nora thongs?
No, I'm just saying you got to play into it a little bit.
Yeah, you do got to play into it.
You got some men playing the game.
Yo, you know what's crazy? This is like the system too, because the system, they're making it hard to find the profits for the WNBA. Like, they'll show you the revenue.
But they don't. It's no record of it.
There's no record of the profit.
I told you I did this before. There's no record of it. They have never made a profit. They will never post that.
So we'll go back to the. I guess this is the only thing. This is the only thing we can do is pull up.
Really,
pull
they
up
shouldn't
this.
even post the revenue. That's embarrassing.
The revenue
Yeah.
of what, of the WNBA? Yeah, it is embarrassing.
How many teams in the WNBA? Like 20?
I don't even know. I literally don't know anything about the WNBA.
Pull it up.
WNBA versus NBA profit. So the NBA, all right, this is pretty good. The NBA, however, turns a profit of roughly 1.2 billion per year, which allows them to pay out 50% of league revenue to players. The WNBA has produced an average net loss of 10 million. All right, so not only are the women getting paid double what the men are getting paid for revenue, based off revenue, right? But the NBA turns a profit of $2.1 billion a year. The WNBA loses $10 million per year. So not only are you getting paid double what the men are playing in proportion to the revenue, but you're losing money. You're losing $10 million per year.
There's 12 teams in the WNBA.
But to make it even worse, to make it even worse than that, you're only generating $60 million in revenue. It's like you're losing 1/6 of the money that you're actually making. You're still losing money.
Maybe they should start playing WNBA games at the halftime of NBA games.
Yo, that's crazy. 1 quarter games. What are you gonna do? 4 3-minute quarters?
Play the 21.
It's crazy. Yo, or you know what you can do? You can play it. You can play it before an NBA game.
No one's gonna show up.
No one shows up anyway. Obviously, they're losing money. It saves you from. Listen, it saves you an expense. You know what I mean? When you rent an arena, you rent the arena for the day. So it saves you an expense. Like, they have it for people warming up and stuff anyway. So you might as well either...
because the players warm up, like, throughout the day.
Yeah, so exactly. So you might as well either play the, because a lot of these cities that have NBA teams also have WNBA teams.
Yeah, it comes like a package deal.
It's a package deal. So it's like you might as well play the games the same day. That way, at least you're not losing money.
I think they be playing in practice facilities and shit.
All right, let's look at
Each team makes $5 million in revenue.
That's crazy. Each team makes $5 million in revenue. Yeah.
Each team makes amount of money of the average NBA player.
All right, this video.
That's crazy.
Let's watch this video. Let's switch this audio.
I don't even know a WNBA team. Liberty.
Yeah, New York Liberty. And the Sparks, LA Sparks, right?
Aces, maybe?
The Aces.
Yeah, I think it's Las Vegas Aces.
The Las Vegas Aces. All right, so this is a... you're looking at a list. All right, so this is...
I just off the top of my head.
This is a video by the Daily Caller, and it's feminists try to name a WNBA team. So this is a pretty good... display of... what we were dealing with when you argue with these women about the WNBA and the WNBA's the pay gap. This is what you're dealing with. This is the delusion that you're dealing with when you take place in this argument, right? All right, let's watch it.
I mean, yeah, the Lakers.
Now, here's the hard question. On topic of women's sports, can you name any WNBA teams? What's up, guys? We're here in East Village, New York City, and we're asking people if they support women's sports. But then we're gonna ask them if they could name a WNBA player. Who's your favorite men's basketball player? Do you have a favorite basketball player?
Stephen Curry.
Stephen Curry, okay. Do you have a favorite women's basketball player?
Go, Steph.
She's mad nasty.
I forgot her name.
I mean, women deserve equal pay. They do equal amounts of work.
Can you name any WNBA players?
No, I can't. I don't like sports a lot. Yeah.
They're gritty. Yo, first of all, they're gritty. They're gritty for this.
I think you could probably name some NBA players, right?
I could, and I think that's because it's a lot more publicized.
Who's your favorite basketball player? Who's your favorite men's basketball player?
I think Shaq is really funny.
You know why she likes Shaq. You know why she likes Shaq.
And now I have a question. Who's
She thinks he's really funny, huh?
your favorite women's basketball player?
Someone on the Utah's women's basketball team. We're from Connecticut.
So you guys can name one NBA player, I'm guessing, right? You guys.
She says somebody on the UConn's women basketball team.
14th. Zach live over there.
Where? Oh, 14th.
I'm an NBA player, yeah.
Well, can you name it? Can either you name a WNBA player?
No, I cannot name a WNBA player.
Not even one? Like, come on.
WNBA. I can name women's soccer players.
Give us a few women's soccer players then.
What's her name? Rapinoe. Hope something.
Okay.
The goalie. That's about it.
One who's trapped in Russia right now. I forget her name. Do you know what I'm talking
Damn,
about?
they don't even know her name.
She's the one that's trapped in Russia. So, though, this just goes to show that people are more concerned with the rhetoric and the storyline surrounding the WNBA than the actual players and the game, which is its main problem. Because
They talking about free her.
yeah, because Brittany Griner's situation isn't even really a WNBA issue. It's kind of more of it's like a feminist issue. You know what I mean? It doesn't really have anything to do with basketball. You know what I mean? It's just a nice thing for people, and with Russia and the war, it's a nice thing for the government to put more pressure on Russia. I think that's the only reason why that story is getting so much.
Free her as if she didn't do it.
Yeah, or as if she's just
Maybe
unjustly.
it's like injustice.
Yeah, no,
Like,
she
nah,
brought
she got
weed
caught.
to Russia. Yeah,
Yeah,
slipping. She got caught slipping. We know a bunch of people got caught slipping,
Yeah,
and they locked up.
you got to do better, baby.
You know, I want to free them too, but you know.
Right, yeah. I'm gonna give you her first name, and let's see if you can get the last name. Ready? Brittany.
Spears.
They think it's a joke. Britney Spears.
Not a basketball player, but good try.
They're both playing the same sport.
She just lost
Women
an appeal,
are
too.
equal to
Yeah.
men, so I don't see why not.
Can you name at least like any players, any WNBA players?
Damn.
Yeah, I think this dude knows. I think he knows. I think he just doesn't want to be.
The video.
Yeah, he don't want to be on video saying what he really thinks. You know what I mean? Look at his face.
And I know one.
Look at his face. He knows.
Only people that know is the attractive
Top
ones.
of the head,
Yeah.
it's not gonna come off.
Who's like
I don't even know any of the attractive ones anymore.
a famous basketball player that you know, a men's basketball player?
I mean, all I can think of is Michael Jordan, to be honest.
But the hard
At least you
question
can
is,
name
can you name
one.
a
Yeah, Michael Jordan. Yeah, King, shout out to her.
women's basketball player?
No, I actually can't.
What's the WNBA team that plays here in New York?
Oh, I have no idea. Yeah. I have no idea.
The New York
Starts with an L?
statue of
Oh, is that like Liberty or something?
yeah, New York Liberty. And the Liberty plays.
NYC, right?
Great.
Yeah.
So
At least she knew that. Shout out to her. Yo, shout
I
out
think that's just
to a champion for women's basketball.
I think that's more like intelligence, though.
Yeah,
Just
being aware of
teams,
basic facts.
5 more teams for us. Can you name it?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you think women's sports should get paid more, get more recognition? What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Sure, like, we deserve equality, so definitely should.
This is
What about
we're
the
talking
W-
about.
Yo, this shows like the feminists, like some of these feminist arguments, and like, see, the problem is, right, to argue some of these feminist things, you have to have like sense. For any argument to work, you have to you have to be, first of all, honest with yourself and your argument, and just like, it's so easy and effortless for her to just be like, well, yeah, you know, women, we deserve this and that and the third, and we deserve, but it's like, what do you have to back that up? Like, look at her face.
In order to deserve something,
Definitely
you
should.
have to
What about the
do
WNBA team that
something to
plays
deserve
here?
it.
Yeah, literally. But
You
just
know,
look at
you
her.
guys are-
Look at her. Like when you ask her the question, just like look at her attitude towards the thing.
Are you guys New Yorkers?
I am a New Yorker, but I didn't even know.
You know any WNBA players?
No, I really don't. I mean, like, I know their faces, but I'm terrible with names.
What about you? Can you name any of them?
I could either. I'm
you
I'm
just
just
name
as
an
bad.
NBA
I
player?
have terrible memory, so.
Are you guys New Yorkers?
I am a New Yorker, but
Sports should get paid more, get more recognition.
Alright.
For us, can you name it?
oh, I don't know.
Do you think women's sports should get paid more, get more recognition? What do you guys think?
For sure, like, we
Should
deserve
look down.
equality, so definitely should.
What about the
Yeah, we deserve equality, so we definitely should. Like, yo, little does she know, she's getting like the men are the one getting treated unfair. Because if I was a man in the NBA and I did the research on revenue pay, I'd say, yo, I want to be paid 0.15% of the revenue, just like they are, just like the
That's
women
the
are.
average one.
That's average. That's like the lowest. Yeah, the base. You know what I mean?
WNBA team that plays here? You know, you guys are you guys
wonder
New
what's the
Yorkers?
highest
You guys-
I
WNBA
am a New
salary.
Yorker, but I didn't even know.
You know any WNBA players?
No, I really don't. I mean, like, I know their faces, but I'm terrible with names.
What about you? Can you name any of them?
I could either. I'm just
course
as
you
bad.
can.
I have terrible memory, so.
Yeah, blame it on your memory. It's because the game is just, you know, it's not that, you know, it's just not that
It doesn't pull an audience.
yeah, it doesn't pull an audience. Nobody really wants to see it. Like nobody's really vying to see a WNBA game.
You should go to You look at the product.
What do you mean? You want to watch some highlights?
Like
You want to watch
WNBA, WNBA All-Star game or bloopers
Highlights?
or some shit. Just bloopers.
WNBA bloopers?
Yeah.
No, bloopers is too bad. Let's look up highlights first. WNBA highlights 2022
Versus NBA highlights.
It's got versus NBA highlights.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. WNBA highlights versus NBA highlights.
Down bench having a little fun. As McCautry goes to the reverse and missed it badly.
The GOAT.
Here comes up with the steal. Catchings. On the reverse.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I think I could go to the WNBA and really get buckets.
Right around Chandler.
I'm averaging 20.
What's that?
I'm averaging 20.
But I think I'm averaging 20.
We see that when she hits the deck every time.
We certainly do, Ali.
Yo, to be fair though, I've seen NBA players smoke layups.
Yeah. We all spoke layups.
Jacqueline Smith throws it down.
That's my boy.
Generation, they have something to look forward to. For these young ladies, the younger ones have been able to watch us for 18 years.
Yo, she thought she was gonna dunk it.
This is the All-Star game too.
Oh my god.
WNBA, so it's really
Well done by Tyrese.
Yeah, they're doing like G League preseason games. But like they're not even showing like LeBron. I mean, they had the Jordan highlight, but they're not even showing like the best, like Steph hitting a step back three or James Harden crossing somebody. They're showing like just regular run of the mill games versus like the WNBA All-Star game.
Uh-oh, Zion goes quick.
Oh my god.
Oh, he caught a body.
And look at Mike Tebow still up and coaching.
Yo, did you think she was trying?
She had to tip it. Somebody had to tip it.
Bro, you think she was trying to
That's the most replayed part too.
Bro, you think she was trying to hit the buzzer beater?
Yeah, she was. I think she tipped it. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt.
Nah, I'm not gonna give her the benefit of nothing. I need to see it one more time for the replay.
Oh, he caught a body.
Yeah, slow it down.
No, ain't nobody tipped that.
Hammers it home. Oh.
I can't do that.
I like this sound.
You like it?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody Yo, ain't nobody tipped that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's pathetic.
Curry has
Okay.
3 seconds. Curry from
Now.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. He looked like he could have hit that from like 10 steps further.
Bob underneath, hits the backboard, throws it away. Durant running to the rim.
Oh, have the mighty have fallen.
Yo, Russ, right?
Johnson will take it herself and leave it short.
Honestly, I can't watch this anymore. It's just, I mean, this video is good to show. I mean, there's a lot of people here though. This video is good to. Oh, this is the playoffs. This is the finals.
Yeah, this is the finals.
Yo, it's
they put in at about 1,000.
Yeah, it's a good video to see why the WNBA is so not popular, because at the end of the day, it's a basketball product, right? And why would you watch a lesser product when you can watch?
I ain't gonna lie, I seen better high school games.
Literally, I've seen better high school games. Why would you watch a lesser product when you can just watch a better product?
You gotta see them complaining.
Exposing ESPN's alternative facts about the WNBA.
Draymond recently argued with Lisa Leslie about this shit. This is the video I based my project around.
This video?
Yeah.
Really?
What's going on, guys? So in today's video, we'll be looking at the alternative facts recently put out by ESPN's Katie Nolan.
So we should probably give this person credits. This is a video by Basketball Examined. Go subscribe to their channel. I'll put the link in the description. They're going to be talking about the facts about the WNBA.
On her talk show, where she attempts to make a case for why WNBA players deserve a larger share of their league's revenue. Now, the reason for this video is to show how far many of these sports personalities are willing to go to push a specific narrative, and to also encourage you guys to be free thinkers and to continue to use empirical data and facts in their proper context to come to logical conclusions on different topics. So let's get started.
Anyone can make the argument that a younger, smaller, less popular league can't pay the same amount as the NBA. What's harder is arguing they can't pay the same percentage, which is what WNBA players.
I'm glad she brought this up, because this is why I already debunked this at the beginning of the video.
They get paid double.
They paid double percentage of the revenue. And I'm not talking about the profits, because if you talk about profits, then they would have to pay.
Yeah.
If we were talking about the profits.
Yo, honestly, counting expenses, they probably should be paying to play in the WNBA.
If we're talking about profits, they would have to come out of pocket to play in the league. Imagine that.
Yo, that's crazy, because they had advertisements on their jerseys way before the NBA.
And they're still, man, listen.
Players are trying to tell you. One big issue is that unlike the NBA, it's tough to find any solid financial numbers for the women's league. We don't really know how much money they have or where it's coming from.
It's obvious to see when you look up. Matter of fact, before we continue with this video, let's do some research.
WNBA tax for NBA tickets.
A WNBA tax for NBA picks.
$5 each ticket.
Yo, that's crazy. At the end, you should write those down. Write down all those reasons that we can do to make the WNBA more money in the list, and we'll go through them at the end. WNBA attendance.
For every NBA jersey you buy, you get a WNBA.
WNBA attendance.
Probably like 1,000
per game. All right.
5,000.
Hold on.
Impressive. Los Angeles though.
5,000 though.
That's kind of impressive.
I guess.
I thought it was in 1,000 area.
I guess. Hold on. All right. So right now we're looking at the numbers for the most popular WNBA teams, and we're looking at the average attendance allowed. Average season to WNBA teams in history.
10,000.
Average regular season attendance.
Indiana Fever doesn't need to exist anymore. If it does.
All right, so the Seattle Storm, 10,000 actually isn't bad. But before we do that, before we continue, we also have to.
10,000 is great.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. We have to look at average WNBA ticket price.
Tickets probably free.
Yeah, free tickets is crazy. $47, right? Okay. So 10,000 tickets at $47. 10,000, 10,000. $470,000. That's actually not bad. You would think they make more money.
You gotta think how much they pay people.
Yeah.
In order for them to really probably make money, everybody gotta be getting paid minimum wage.
Everybody gotta be getting paid minimum wage in this. Oh, you talking about like the whole arena?
Yeah.
The arena costs. I think that all the people who work in the arena, they're
paid by the arena.
Yeah, I think they're paid by the arena. All right, so 10,000 a game at its peak isn't bad, and then 1,700.
Team exists no more.
76. Well, this is for 2022.
That's for 2020. Oh, they do exist. Wow. Damn.
So, like I said, the numbers. Looking at the numbers, it's not as bad as you would think. I mean, 5,000 is pretty bad. Like, it's somewhere in 5,000 range for the actual average. You know what I mean?
I'm saying like for relative though, 5,000 for that's Los Angeles. Yeah, that's crazy.
Los Angeles is crazy.
It's crazy that why Seattle probably pull that many people.
They have no basketball team.
Yeah,
and they have an arena. Yeah, that makes sense. But the numbers aren't as bad as they look for.
I say 5,000 to 7,000, pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, while Katie Nolan is correct in stating that WNBA players would like a comparable percentage of league revenue to their male counterpart, she is incorrect in stating that it's tough to find any solid numbers for the women's league. In fact, the financial numbers for the WNBA
that's what we just showed. It's like mad easy. It's like a simple Google search. You can pull up just about any number that you want.
Known to many of its players. When the Huffington Post wrote a piece on the 19th of September,
as a league, you're not pulling in $1 billion.
It's
kind of crazy.
A WNBA spokesperson reached out to the paper after the article had been published,
especially
to specifically let them know that the WNBA had lost significant money every year and has shared its financials with the Players Association, which includes 5-time All-Star and 2016 WNBA MVP Nneka Ogwumike, 11-time All-Star and 3-time WNBA champion Sue Bird, 5-time All-Star and 2015 WNBA MVP.
Do you think they argue just to see what they can get?
Yeah, they're definitely just trying to do what's best for them. But the irony in that, and you arguing just to get more money for yourself, is it's just mad selfish, because your league is already losing money. So if you take any more money, the likelihood of your league continuing and the women basketball players of the future.
It's not their money they playing with. It's the league's money. They know the league got more money.
The NBA?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying at some point, like if you're NBA is a business. You know what I mean? At some point, if you're losing money, you're gonna just decide to cut off an expense. Like if the NBA ever hits a hard time or whatever, who knows what happens? The first thing to go is gonna be the WNBA. Like that's gonna be the first cut made.
No, that's not true. Because during COVID, they had WNBA games.
Yeah, but COVID was a temporary thing. I'm saying
they didn't know that at the time, though.
Yeah, I guess you didn't know that, but they knew that. We knew COVID wasn't gonna last forever. Come on now.
That was a hard time. Did we really need WNBA games?
No, definitely not. It was definitely
there was WNBA games.
It was WNBA games, but the NBA was probably still making mad money. Maybe not money through tickets, but
it would be great to see what numbers they pulled during COVID.
But the NBA probably got so much money in like relief. Like a lot of those companies, a lot of companies who couldn't like do their normal operations.
Yeah, got relief money.
Yeah, they probably got so much relief
Elena
money.
Del Don, as well as many others. So now the question becomes, why doesn't the WNBA's Players Association make their league's financials public like the NBA does? The obvious answer is that the Players Association is embarrassed of the financial numbers it's been shown, since it is a known fact that the WNBA is not, nor has ever been profitable.
Frustrated can't pull young women to play NBA games, WNBA games.
Young girls at NBA games, they haven't been able to get young women to come watch them play. I mean, it's because why?
Why?
I have a sister who plays basketball, and when I ask her like, "Yo, who do you want to play like?" She says Giannis. She says, LeBron. She says she never. I'm like, but what about like women? I was like, who's your favorite WNBA player? She's like, oh, I don't got one. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have one?
I used to like Skylar Diggins.
Yeah, but for corrupt reasons.
as a league.
But when players ask for a bigger cut, the most common refrain is, "We don't have the money." Like Adam
They don't. What money? What money do they have? And you're already getting more than your share.
Silver said on Get Up back in April, "Ultimately, this isn't a Title IX issue, it's a business issue. We still have a number of teams losing money. And if the teams in the league aren't making a profit, they can't possibly pay the players."
What's Title IX again?
I'm not sure. But one thing I do know is that there is, like, the Seattle team is probably making some money. You know what I mean? Because they're getting an average of 10,000 people a game, which is good money.
Seattle keeping the league afloat.
Literally, they're probably, Seattle in themselves probably paying them like the bottom 4 teams.
It's crazy because the population between Los Angeles and New York City should be pulling the same numbers.
But there's also a lot of competition of things to do on a nightly basis.
Yeah.
I think Seattle's just the perfect storm where there's nothing to do.
That's ironic.
There's no NBA team.
Seattle Storm.
Yeah, Seattle Storm. Yeah, it's just perfect.
There's a whole bunch of money like they do in the NBA.
Nearly half of NBA teams are losing money, and then even if you factor in revenue sharing, 9 of the 30 were in
Half
the
NBA
red.
teams is losing money?
Huh.
9 of the 30 NBA teams
9 to 30
is losing money.
Can we name those teams?
I would say, if I had to make a guess, it would be the Oklahoma City Thunder. I would guess.
This video is kind of a couple years old too.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if I had to guess those teams, it'd be Oklahoma City Thunder, Charlotte. Yeah, I was gonna say Charlotte.
New Orleans.
I don't think New Orleans anymore, but maybe back then. But I don't
Orlando.
Orlando is probably losing money.
Indiana.
Indiana's definitely losing money.
Jazz.
I don't think the Jazz is losing money.
It was a playoff team though.
Yeah, I don't think they're losing money.
Nah, it's 4 more teams. It had to be the Jazz.
I don't think it was the Jazz. I think it was
Kings.
Probably Sacramento Kings. Yeah.
That's 6.
Sacramento Kings. Dang, it's
Phoenix
hard.
Suns maybe because they just got good.
Nah, I think they were making money.
They
probably were losing money back in the day, but I think they're
This is
making
like
money now.
this video like 2-3 years.
But I'm going off of now. Like, if I had to guess the teams now, they're losing
I was
money.
probably not 9 teams then.
But I'm just going off now. Like, who do you think's losing money now? It's hard to go back to that time in your
Years
mind.
ago?
Yeah. It's hard to go back to that time.
San Antonio.
The Spurs now, yeah, they're probably losing money. That's 7. San Antonio and
That's 8.
Hold on. Hello?
Downstairs.
All right. San Antonio and who else? All right. San Antonio and I'll think. Good thing there's editing. San Antonio and you know what it is? Probably just a team that's so ass we're not even thinking about them.
It got to be probably Houston. Houston probably losing money right now.
Yeah, probably now.
I don't know.
Let me see. Google.
NBA teams.
NBA teams losing money. Losing money 2022. The Nets. Oh, you know what? You know what we didn't think. You know what we didn't think of?
What?
Teams that are good but are paying fat salaries.
Oh yeah. I think that's skewed though.
What the
like certain shit don't add into their
NBA hit a record revenue of $10 billion.
That's not even a lot though.
Before
I think a lot of
revenue
NBA
share
teams break even
per
because
financial
of how
records.
much they paying out.
Okay. 6 of those 9 teams made the playoffs last season. The Cavs. Oh, how
The
do we not think of the Cavs? The Cavs. But this is when they had LeBron too.
Cause they in the Midwest.
Nobody really. They don't really have anybody. Detroit. Yeah, they're probably losing money. We forget. I knew there were mad teams we were forgetting about.
It's the Midwest. Nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares.
So a number of NBA teams are losing money every year for sure. And a number of WNBA teams might be losing money every year, we
Wait, pause
think.
it?
And yet only one...
WNBA has 12 teams. 9 teams are losing money.
Yeah, that means they're all losing money.
Wait, hold on. What's the math on that?
Well, it's
75%.
At 75% of the league is losing money.
I want to see like how many teams are paying for 2 leagues?
It's NBA. Oh, bro, it's probably like the Warriors. The Warriors and
30
the Knicks. The Knicks make mad money.
21 teams are paying for
both leagues.
What's that times? 16 plus 9. 25 teams. 21 teams are playing for 25.
One of those is readily accepted and talked
Revenue
about
share.
all the time. I wonder why that is.
Now in this clip, while Katie Nolan is correct in
That's probably
referencing
why
an article showing
the Warriors owner is really mad. Like,
bro,
we paying for the whole 2 leagues,
and you taxing us
Yeah.
for people we drafted.
that 9 NBA teams did operate at a loss in 2016. What she conveniently left
I think
out
Charlotte
was that the
is valid
article
right now.
also stated that in spite of this, the 21 other teams more than made up for the loss by bringing the total combined earnings of all 30 teams at more than $530 million in net income. So while certain NBA
That's net income. So while the NBA makes net income $530 million, WNBA loses $10 million.
Damn, they got 500
teams did.
That's a net income. That's after you pay players.
That's what I'm saying. That's 500 million after all expenses.
After you pay everybody.
That's good.
That's just money that the owners are sharing.
operate at a loss, it did not affect the overall collective or the league's profitability. Fasting forward to this past year.
That means each 500. That means each owner is bringing home is profiting a couple million.
Here, Forbes' NBA team valuations for 2018 not only showed that all 30 NBA
Look at my Knicks. My Knicks always on top of the chart.
in New York City.
Garden, baby.
teams were now worth at least $1 billion, but also that the only NBA team to
Warriors is
operate at a loss this
3.4
past
billion.
season was the Cleveland Cavaliers.
That makes sense.
Where the Suns at?
The Suns right here, 1.2
They
billion.
said they was gonna sell it for like 2 billion, 3 billion.
Yeah, because you got to buy for the potential for it to grow too.
And they've been a playoff team.
So the only team in the NBA that lost money this year was the Cavs.
And when all of that is juxtaposed to the WNBA, there are major
sense.
differences. Now, as we've already
Cleveland don't
stated,
look like a bad
a
city from the
WNBA
highway.
spokesperson has confirmed
I've been to Cleveland. It's like Buffalo, Cleveland. Those are all the same.
From the highway, look alright.
Yeah, it's pretty
When we
cool.
was passing from Detroit.
Oh yeah, we did go through.
yeah.
It's all right.
that the league has lost significant money every year.
But Detroit's like Buffalo too. Buffalo, Detroit, Cleveland. they're all the
Detroit is
same.
way bigger than Buffalo.
Way bigger. Yeah, the west side and the east side. Yeah.
Way bigger.
And has
You got
shared its
downtown. They
financials
downtown big as hell.
Yeah, that's a fact.
with the Players Association. This, of course, is in line with Adrian Wojnarowski, who is Katie Nolan's colleague at ESPN, reporting that David Stern had authorized a $12 million subsidy to the WNBA in 2003. Then the Boston Globe reported in 2006 that the WNBA was actually receiving $12 million as a yearly allowance from the NBA, which
Yearly
explains why
allowance.
WNBA teams were continuously
That's how they getting all that. That's how they getting paid that money. That's how they getting paid.
They really sound like 50 Cent.
They really do. They're mad entitled. You have to be. There's a certain that you have to be.
That's a damn near $1 million a team.
Bro, the level of entitlement to be complaining about making more money when you're losing money and you're getting subsidies from the NBA and be saying that you want to get paid as much as them, and they're already like paying for your league to stay alive is crazy.
Why does the
Be
league
able to
even allow it to be said?
Yeah, I would ban it. I would fine them for talking about it, but they can't because politics. Imagine if they banned them from talking about the pay gap.
It's not a pay gap.
It's not a pay gap, but I'm just saying. Imagine if you banned them from talking about it.
Imagine if the NBA just let all the information about their finances
That's
out.
what they should do. That's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do.
played at a loss year after year to the tune of $1.5 to $2 million, as was reported by USA Today in 2007. Then in 2016, the New York Times reported that half
That's joint broken.
of the WNBA teams were losing money, and since then, not one WNBA team has reported profitability in 2017 or 2018.
So now, that was a while. Now, recently, no WNBA team has made money. Probably because they paid them more. That's probably what it is. It's probably because they paid them.
Gave him a little 10 extra G's here
number of
and there. They add up.
Yo.
WNBA teams might be losing money every year, we think.
So the fact that Katie Nolan can utter these words not only shows her lack of objectivity in regards to the topic at hand, but also that she has not done any actual research. So in going
gritty.
back to the original point made
things for existing.
Because that's what they always get. That's what they always gotten. You know what I mean? That's always how it's been for them. They got things for existing.
They want equality.
Now, that's new. That's fairly new.
Equality doesn't mean identical.
I don't think they understand what equality means. You know what I mean? I think equality for them is identical. I don't think they understand what actual equality is. I don't think they're talking about equality of opportunity. I think they're talking about equality of outcome, which is two completely different things. Like, if you want equality of outcome, then you want communism.
Yeah.
If you want equality of opportunity, it's like you got that.
Yeah.
You have quality opportunity.
Go work for it.
You can go play in you can go try out for the NBA. I'm sure there's not a rule that says women can't play in the NBA.
They just can't make it.
They just can't make the cut. I mean,
like we said, we could go out there and get 20.
Yeah, in the WNBA, for sure I can go out there and block some shots, do some hard things.
I don't lie. Give me 6 months of training.
Yeah, hard for you. You be the GOAT WNBA.
Hey, the reason why the NBA is never talked about for having certain teams operate at a loss like the WNBA is because the NBA is still able to be highly profitable and generate billions of dollars in spite of these losses, while the WNBA has not displayed the ability to be profitable even once in its 22 years of existence.
The TV deal?
But look, I kind of get it.
That
the league has been around for
what?
The TV deal.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why. I mean, NBA has mad streams of income.
22 years, and it only has 12 franchises, some of which still aren't profitable, and attendance is under 7,000 fans per game. You got to shut it down and move on, right? You tried. It just didn't work out. Okay, so who's going to tell the NBA? Because those are their numbers from their 22nd year. The WNBA is actually better off with higher attendance and a TV deal.
Now, before breaking down this clip, what must first be mentioned...
I mean, they've been existing since the 1990s.
Yeah, but she's talking about a whole different socioeconomic climate. 22 years ago was a whole different game, whole different world.
The NBA was established itself like in the 60s.
Yeah.
When it was a other competitive league, the ABA.
Yeah. There's multiple leagues, and they were probably...
The WNBA almost has no competition.
But you know what? Matter of fact, what's that, the 80s?
No, the 60s, I think.
It was 22 years old. It was in the 80s.
Oh.
Let's see, average
salary of an 80s player?
NBA player.
It was like 100,000.
Salary in 1980. Look, somebody already looked it up. Somebody already went through. Look, 170,000. You know what I mean?
Compared to what is the revenue?
I don't know. I'm not gonna find it. I'm not gonna look for all that right now. I'm sure it was more. You know what I mean? Because they were probably bringing in. The arenas were probably way cheaper. The tickets are probably way cheaper.
But it's relative.
And the arenas were probably smaller. What'd you say?
It's relative to the value of money.
The value to the money they were making. I just don't. I'm not about to research that. That's a lot of research. Because it's probably so hard to find like the average revenue.
It's probably right there.
All right, average NBA revenue. Average NBA revenue
of 1980.
Yeah, actually, it's mad easy.
Look.
Yeah. Average revenue 1980.
Look, basketball reference right there.
No.
Oh, that's not it.
Average NBA
statistics revenue 2021.
In 1970, the average player earned $35,000, equivalent around
That's equivalent to 224,000.
Yeah. Also, that's what I'm saying. You also got to calculate for inflation and all that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of math to be done.
Is that the NBA was formed in August of 1949 through a merger between the Basketball Association of America and the...
That is crazy.
What?
Cause like 50,000. Damn, niggas had 100,000. That was like $1 million.
Yeah, back then. Yeah, they were making a lot of money back then. That's a lot of money for 1980.
National Basketball League, making the 1949-50 season the first official NBA season, and the 70-71 season its 22nd year in existence. And as we now look at this graphic, which highlights the attendance of both leagues in their 22nd year, there are 2 points to mention. One being that the NBA, contrary to what Katie Nolan stated, was attracting more crowds to their games in their 22nd year than the WNBA is now, which shows that Katie Nolan either lied on camera or did not do any research. And second, the NBA's attendance average during the 1970-71 season of 7,648 was its highest up to that point. And
so really it's a matter of trajectory. Because when the WNBA first came out, they were doing good. Look at that.
The new thing.
Yeah, the new thing. Let's do it. Hurrah. Then they was slowly were like, this product isn't as good. This product just isn't as good. Yeah, they got over it. The shimmer went down. Now nobody watches.
And as the graphic shows, the NBA was on an upwards trajectory. While the WNBA's attendance has not only been on the decline ever since the league was formed, but its attendance average for the 2018 season was their lowest of all time. And this is in spite of the fact that the WNBA literally gives away free tickets to both regular season and playoff games. So the NBA was growing in popularity since the
Oh, so
season.
the numbers are skewed. You can't argue the attendance if you're giving out free tickets. Like you're arguing a tennis number, and they're giving out free tickets.
I think I've gotten free tickets to an NBA game and didn't go.
To an NBA game?
WNBA
game. Yeah, I think I probably have too. That's crazy. So they're arguing. She's arguing its attendance, and they're giving out free tickets.
WNBA has been doing the exact opposite. In
That's
fact,
crazy.
when the WNBA's lack of profit is taken into account, along with their all-time lowest attendance average and the fact that 6 teams have already folded, common sense would say that these are nothing but
6 teams are already called it quits, and these women want more money.
I wonder what was the locations.
Who knows? But they want more money just to kill more teams. Like if you get more money, you're just gonna kill more teams faster.
It's gonna be 4-team league.
Less opportunity
Seattle.
for less women. You see what I'm saying? Like some of these arguments they be making are just self-destructive.
I only see really the superstars of the WNBA. I can't even call
play
them
in the
superstars. The play like the top players skill wise
Go against the worst players in the NBA.
No. I'm saying like only like the stars of their league are complaining. I've never heard like the everyday
average girl. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're the only ones that can even muster their face to complain.
clear signs that the league is slowly going out of business. Now, in regards to the second part of Katie Nolan's comment about the WNBA also having a TV deal, something the NBA did not have in the 1970s, that statement is also untrue. The NBA not only had a television contract as far back as the 1950s, but if we were to solely focus on the 1970-71 season, the NBA had just renewed its television contract with ABC that season by signing a 3-year, $17 million contract, which was a $4 million per year increase from their previous deal. What must also be made clear about the WNBA's current television contract is that it is only possible because the NBA works it into its own contract with the other networks.
Wow.
Look, if they want the league to succeed, and they keep saying they do, they need to invest in it. And a great place to start would be giving the players a percentage of revenue that is comparable to the other professional leagues in the
How? They're making more. How is that a good place to start? Paying them more money when they're losing money? That's an awful place to start. Honestly, the best place to start is to lower their salary.
U.S.
So according to Katie Nolan, a great place to start in helping the WNBA...
That's what he's about to say.
Wait. I heard they get more money across seas. Maybe we should start playing the WNBA across seas.
Across seas, yeah. Play them with. Maybe they get more fans across seas, or it's cheaper to have the games. Maybe that's what they should do.
Like,
that's smart.
Yeah.
Succeed would be for its owners to invest in it even further by giving the players a higher percentage of revenue.
Yeah, they bugging.
But how
We already checked. They're already getting a higher percentage of revenue.
exactly does that correlate to better television ratings and higher attendance? Something the WNBA has always struggled with in spite of having the best female talent in the world. The obvious answer is that it won't, because both television ratings and attendance are a direct reflection of the product. And what Katie Nolan and many who share in her opinion don't seem to understand is that there is a vast difference between having the best talent in the world and having the best female talent
That's
in the world.
ironic as hell.
Yeah.
The best basketball
That was
talent
Westbrook
has and will
right there.
always continue to reside in the NBA.
Yep.
Which is why WNBA players should only be
So he's pretty much just harping on the same things we already touched on. At the end of the day, it's just the worst league.
Say you ain't got it. You ain't got the talent.
Yeah, I ain't got the talent. We'll come back to this.